Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is James from GN Invasion, and we just seen the Wonder Woman movie, and that's my waifu for DC Comics. And while I want to do the review, I know I'm gonna make this video long, so I'm going to give it to my other two GN crew members. And here's starring Charles.
All right, James, stop with the drama. Hey everyone, my name is Star and this is GN Invasion. We're invading your space right now to bring you the latest review in Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is directed by Pat Jenkins and starring Gal Gadot. Opening night, it had accumulated $100 million in sales, $223 million worldwide, only preceding Suicide Squad by $133 million and Batman vs. Superman, unfortunately, by $166 million.
Hey everyone, this is Charles. Welcome back to the channel. And yes, this is our review for Wonder Woman. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 93%, which is really good. And what else? What other review?
Metacritics
gave it 76%.
76%.
Okay. So our review, personally, we found it was fantastic, a great stepping point for the DCEU. Like we said earlier, unfortunately, it did its predecessors over, Suicide Squad and Batman vs. Superman, but not necessarily a bad thing because with over-the-top performances by Gal Gadot and co-starring Chris Pine as Steve Trevor, they really have a solid point where the DCU could pick up and continue on.
Also, this was the highest grossing domestic movie by a female director.
Okay, how about we start off with what we didn't like about the movie?
Personally, what I did not like about the movie was that some of the scenes were cut together a little bit cheesy in a way that it looked as if it was right out of a comic book, especially the ending scene between Ares and Wonder Woman. I also didn't appreciate that Ares was an actual existing god at that point. I'd rather that he died a long time ago and Wonder Woman had come to accept that humanity has just changed over time and actually isn't always made up of good people.
Yeah, I understand that point. It did feel a lot of comic book pages came straight off into the cinematic universe. Some things were decent, like how they did her love for ice cream. They drew that little part in there, her favorite food.
Right.
Yeah, for a while it did seem that was Ares real? Were we going to see him at all at first that we saw were in the opening like cinematics when she was getting the story told by her mother.
Right.
But
that's the thing. I also believe they gave too many hints too early. I believe that by the first couple of sentences when the mother was telling she can't know who she truly is and they were sort of hinting towards her being a god, they sort of gave it off a little bit quickly. It was almost too predictable. Ares coming back out, Ares actually coming, to life before her, while she was about to believe that humanity was just bad and didn't actually deserve their help. It almost was too predictable. You almost felt as if, yes, this is when Ares is going to actually come into scene.
Yeah, at the end, I don't know if it would have benefited Ares if he didn't present himself. It seemed that like Wonder Woman's like her path, like the path she felt she was born for, she felt everything was over, like it was a lie and everything. It looked like she was done.
Right.
And then he just comes back like, no, you're right, but like, yeah, humanity's bad, but it looked like she was still going in that direction anyway.
Right.
Like, and that is another point. Well, another point that I like is the relationship between her and Steve Trevor. And they did throw a lot of different things from different points of the DC universe, from New 52 or the classic Golden Age Wonder Woman. I like how they made it World War I. And everything,
right.
But all the way in the beginning and the end, she's all the way in modern times too, kind of to speed up that gap, really, which honestly makes her probably one of the most wisest characters of the DCEU so far, like
Right.
being that old and everything, and they officially made her demigod status. Like, yeah, she
Right.
was created by Zeus. She is the God Destroyer, and she was very super powered in this movie. What else did you like?
Oh, I like that Gal was absolutely beautiful, and I loved her redesign. And I love the interaction between the two main characters.
Oh, yeah.
It was very witty. It was funny. It was really fresh. I just loved that conversation that they held, and she seemed wise even before the two met, and she started to learn about humanity. And she was very quick acting in her actions, which made her seem sort of reckless, but at the same time, I think she was starting to understand more and more what she was and how powerful she was. So seeing her being able to just jump into action like that was actually very refreshing as well.
Yeah, it definitely had it all in action. It was not lackluster in that effect. Like the fight scenes and everything, kind of the speed fighting towards the end seemed a bit cheesy, but like her suit, the use of all of her weapons, from the bracelets, the shield, the
Right,
whip, the
right.
sword, like
Very beautiful.
she did everything that Wonder Woman was supposed to do. I like also that they didn't make her like a perfect character. She did have like the thing about being immature and
Right.
into this new world where she doesn't understand things. Yes, she was brash at some points, but at the others, she was just plain ignorant and trying to figure out what things were. And that's where Steve Trevor shined. Those two, with their witty interactions
Yeah.
at the same time, it wasn't like one person putting down the other for knowing things, or why are you like this, why am I like this, type of thing.
Right.
It all flowed really well. Great co-stars, like the little team she was with as well. I felt acting-wise, everyone did a really good job. Even from the secretary, she was pretty funny too.
And also, they killed off a main character. They killed off Chris at the end.
Yeah, I mean,
And he didn't have to die, but
it was just that part that really to get them to the present day.
Right.
You know he wasn't going to live to be forever.
right.
And so it's like, let's make it dramatic. Let's make it another learning process for Wonder Woman. Like every aspect of life, you see her learn for the first time, like love and loss from watching all the people die, war, the error of man ways.
Right. Speaking of love, and forgive my ignorance, but when I grew up with Superwoman, she didn't have any interest in love, at least from what I knew. And so seeing her as a person that opened up very quickly, and I understand why it happened. It was a time of war, and this is the first person she's meeting, and they actually do have a good connection and a good relationship. So I understand her connection to that person, but this whole aspect of love in that movie completely threw my world about Wonder Woman as a person.
Yeah, I mean, it was a part really to say that it's possible and it's there for Wonder Woman. Like, see, in different iterations, Steve Trevor has been there, he hasn't. From most notably, he's there, like the TV show
Right.
back in the day. With in the movies and stuff, like, there's always that hint of love in all these type of movies. Superman's Lois. Currently in the universe, Batman doesn't have anyone yet, but he's really a playboy. But in Wonder Woman had Steve Trevor. We don't know what she's going to do now, but that's another. That's just going to be more mystery of how they play out with the rest of the DC
For
universe.
later movies.
Yeah.
All right, so we're ending our review right now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, if you didn't see the movie, we highly recommend it. Very good movie, and yeah.
If you have any comments on what you liked or didn't like about the Wonder Woman movies, be sure to comment below. Also, if you would like to hear more about other movie reviews, we have them. We have a list of several ones we've done before. Be sure to like this video if you want to hear more from us, and subscribe. We'll see you guys later.
And if you have any movies that you would like to see us review that we haven't yet, leave a comment below. I'm Charles, and this is Star from GN Invasion, and we will see you next time.
Peace.